to the video. It's sunny out right now, but it's been a little windy, and yeah, it's end of May. So obviously, there's been torrential floods happening all over. Was it the East Coast? And I'm like a state away from a shore. So we get hit pretty bad with whatever remains. So that's always fun. I've already been running around all morning. I'm so tired. I'm gonna go watch this fucking movie. Literally, the reason I haven't been able to go watch it is Friday. Yeah, I plan on going. I was so bum-ass tired after work. So tired. So I just laid down. I stayed home because it was literally like a downpour, and I was like, this ain't worth it. And then Saturday, I went to watch Sinners for a second time. My parents' first time. Sunday, super busy because morning shift at one job, night shift at the other. And then Tuesday, I was gonna go. Tuesday, after I got a little bit of sleep, woke up at 1. I was like, well, next showing is until 3 something. I got a little bit, I can sleep more. I did not wake up until 6. So, and I didn't want to be out there until like the ass crack of midnight. So, and as I was getting ready earlier for one of the earlier showings, mom calls. Papa's at surgery. We got him home. I gotta run 10 million places to get him stuff, and I got mail, and then I got home and I finished my episode Distractable and got ready and everything. The new White Peach Rebel, killer. I looked over real quick. I have to return a book. I haven't read it yet. I thought it's been a while since I've had time to read stuff. This one, number 8. It's been ages since I've had time to read anything. So I was like, oh, they have a new one. It's not new. It's just I forgot. I already had the other one. So I have to return that. I have to look for something for my mom at Sephora. Probably do that when I get there. Time always shifts weirdly when you're in a mall. You know, I don't know how long the book return's gonna take. Nothing like that. So I'm just gonna chill. And I've left where I have like 40 minutes of like spare time. If I run in and find it real quick and leave, and then go return my book real quick, I can probably get out of there in time to make it to the next showing of the movie. Final Destination Bloodlines. I already seen like a million things about a penny. Genuinely, it kills me that I wanted to see it before spoilers came out. I didn't make it. Anyways, I keep hitting that firm because I'm just drifting and I'm tired as hell. Somebody almost ran me off the road yesterday. Or not yesterday, Monday evening, while I was on my way to the hospital, because somebody from Pennsylvania in the world's biggest fucking Chevy I've ever seen in my life. They, I guess, decided to not pay attention. And they were driving literally straddling the white dashed line in the middle of the road, while also simultaneously drifting over towards me and away and everything. And we're going downhill. So I'm trying to hit my brakes enough to get away from them. Because there's also a red light. We're going to hill, red light, actively red, both of us. Takes maybe 45 seconds to get down that hill. I realized that maybe like 15 seconds in what was going on because I see in my peripheral that they're like super close. I'm like, what's going on with that? And so I go to move away and I'm like, shit, I'm on the white line. I'm in the slow lane, they're in the fast lane. Nope. They don't have a blinker on. I don't see a blinker on. Nothing. Cars behind us are basically braking, getting ready to watch a wreck. They're getting ready to watch this, like, fucking out-of-staters, like, drive me off the fucking road and over, through the guardrail, over a fucking hill. You know? I'll make it to the ER eventually. So you're probably gonna have to fucking airback me there if I didn't make it. But I laid on my horn like a fucking mad person, fighting the, like, horn. I'm fighting the fucking berm because it's like that. You're hitting your brakes already, so you're fighting a million things. The only reason they stopped is because the passenger up front literally realizes someone's blowing their horn, looks over, goes, and like starts hitting the fucking driver, and they back off. And when we get to the red light and stop, they do not look at me. They are not even next to me. Their front tire is next to like my fucking trunk, like my back tire. Like maybe a bit behind that. Like I am at the white line, they back there. Again, with the other red light that I was at, they would not come up and meet me. I was like, oh, so you can almost fucking kill me, but you don't have the balls to just be right here. You don't have the balls to look me in the eyes after you try to fucking murder me. But I'm still really mad about that. I did give them the bird though. I try not to do that to people. I try to just usually hit the thumbs down. I was so angry. Oh my god. I don't even know if you can hear me because of the fucking thingy. I have another video of me talking about watching Sinners and stuff. That's while I'm opening dolls and also while it's like 8 o'clock at night. So I'm like bum ass tired. That's like 2 hours after I woke up from my fucking nap. My nap from 10 o'clock to 6 p.m. So I really don't sound intelligent at all in anything I say in that video. I'm like, yeah, it's a good movie. It's a great movie. Like the most like absent-minded look in the universe. I mean, it was. It is. It's just like I was not there with it. Listen, man, if you speeding like that, I don't want you on my ass. So you just keep on going. Oh, you slow down once you get next to me if I'm behind somebody that's barely going fucking 60. That's nice. That's so nice of you to do it like that. I live in a tourist area, so fucking. I got to pull up far enough across the road, and of course he had to open his door the entire way when he got in, so it was halfway in the fucking slow lane. I couldn't get over because that black car didn't speed past us until I was hitting my goddamn brakes. car on the side of the road, it is very nice of you to get over. Not even just like, I know it's a law that if it's an emergency vehicle or a cop or whatever, you're supposed to try and get in the other lane. Just do it with every vehicle. It's not gonna fucking kill you to hit your blinker and come over and then go right back. Okay, it hurts nobody. But my parents love Sinners too. My dad was like, I think that's one of the best movies I've watched in my life. He had the theater laughing at him because there's that part where they're like buying the old lumber place to make a juke joint. He's like, and I think it's smoke. He's like, and if we see any of you or your clan on our property, we're gonna kill your asses. And he was like, clan. The rich white guy's like, clan. Clan don't exist no more. And my dad was like laughing. He was like, bullshit. And the theater kind of giggled at him because my family's not quiet. My dad is like partially deaf because he used to work on the airships. He was down on the ground, and back in his day, they didn't believe in ear protection. They're like, no, this ain't gonna do nothing to you. No, you don't need nothing. No, you're good. No, yeah, no, this shouldn't have everlasting damage on your body. What are you talking about? So, and my grandparents are like deaf. So my mom's used to yelling, and I'm used to having a louder talking voice. Nobody in my family can be quiet. That's the main thing. If we were tasked to whisper and keep a secret, we would not. End of discussion. I forget that Dunkin's a drive-thru. Right here is where me and my friend saw a truck with its engine on fire, like just in the Exxon parking lot. Tutors was probably closed. I hate being alive. I could have made it. I could have made it to Tutors. If I didn't have to bring my poor papa food after his surgery. Wow. But I still cannot get over the guy who plays Preacher Boy. That's like his first movie. Like that's his first thing. Like for real. And the ending. Oh my god. And it was such. It is like every movie wrapped into one. It is a tragedy. It is a comedy. It is a historical film. It's a monster movie. It makes you laugh. It makes you cry. It makes you feel angry. It makes you scared. Like, which I cried. I always, and I think it's because of the time. And generally, anytime I see time period movie where it's like, oh no, they're a very common thing nowadays that we can take care of relatively easily now, is acting up, so they're gonna die in like 2 weeks. It always makes me so fucking sad. So like when he goes to see his like baby's grave, I'm in the theater. I'm like, oh, and then I just took the shit out of my mic. And then at the end, when he's like being offered to like hold his baby again, I'm tearing up just thinking about it. It's so freaking sad to me. I don't think child death will never not be sad to me. Because it is sad in a sense, even if it's an evil kid in a horror movie. It's like, damn, they really were just born that way, huh? Tough shit. And I still think about it every once in a while, not to like get off the topic of this movie. Like, let's talk about Kevin. I think is the name of the movie. Where that mom is literally like gaslighting everyone into believing her kid's like the fucking Antichrist or some shit. And a lot of people agree with that. They're like, yeah, obviously he's doing bad shit. And I'm like, no. Like, it can be seen, I can see where they're coming from. Because you want to believe the mom that her son is this irredeemable, he's evil, something's nasty. But we're saying from the mom POV. And some of the stuff he does is just like normal kid, normal teenager stuff that she wants to blow out of the water. Most likely due to untreated postpartum, which has affected her view of her child and has warped into this deranged mentality. I say deranged, but it's more like accusatory and hateful. But anyways, Sinners is, I mean, a masterpiece. It needs to be talked about in every class, every history class, every film class. And I feel like it covers a lot of topics very well. Obviously, it's mostly about you just slid right in there, didn't you? Obviously, it's mostly about what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, but don't tread on me, sticker, bitch. I'll light your ass up. Get the fuck over. Anyways, um, trying to think. Uh, I like that they did not have like the honorary white person who's good like they did in Black Panther. You know what I'm talking about, like that Shield agent who was just there to be like the white guy in the movie. The white guy in Sinners, all of them are the bad guys because believe it or not, I believe I'm trying to think of the guy's name. He's like, I'd like to be your movie guy. He went and he's seen Sinners like 4 times now because he went and watched like the debut, and then he's watched it like 2 other times, and then another time with like the main director, and then 2 other times with family on TikTok. He's on TikTok. That's where I see him a lot at because I follow him, and he talks about really solid points, stuff I would never think of because I'm white. There's some things black people see in that movie that I will not see unless I'm told about it, pointed out to, like a nearly blind and deaf dog, you know. But um, like one of the sadder points that feel more obvious is some people bring up is that they all would have died by morning anyways because the Klan was coming to get them, which everyone would have been tired and drunk and hungover, and then the Klan would have pulled up and probably just fucking murdered them. Killed a good bit of them, I should say. But even then, like, when smoke kills all of them, these aren't just like, these aren't just some white guys. And this isn't like modern day where you kill a bunch of white guys who obviously roll up to your property to kill you and your friends. This is black and white 1930s Jim Crow. Was it Massachusetts, Mississippi? Cannot remember. But they show you in the title part at the beginning, and I saw it over the weekend. I cannot remember, but like him killing them by himself, which I don't know if that gunshot killed him or not. He probably let it because those guys' families find out that this black guy just showed up, even though those guys were obviously Klan, and they got killed for trying to fucking shoot him and the place up. they're still gonna find a way to blame the black guy in fucking Jim Crow South. You know? Like, this is not a maybe. This is a, yeah, you're fucked, dude, no matter what. And it always fucks with my head. Because I don't get how modern people think like that, if you get it, you know? I cannot comprehend how a modern person can be like, with all the evidence, all the proof that, you know, and with just like a lot of those like racist race theories and whatever being disproven or being just like straight up fucking talk from your ass. That's what these racist rich white guys did to basically compensate or get away with treating black people the way they did. And they raised generations on those ideals. I don't know how modern people can sit there. Because racism is taught. It is fucking taught. I was raised in the whitest of white areas possible. And I've heard some nasty shit come out of people's mouths who most likely have only met like one or two black people in their life. Who, if they are around a group of black people, probably genuinely believe, even if these like fictional black people I'm talking about are dressed to the nines, suit ties, everything, they look nice, they are nice, they would probably think they're a bunch of gangbangers and whatever. And it is such a crazy mentality. Because you can't be on the fence about it. You can't be like the vampire dude and be like, we believe in equality. When he has two Klan members standing beside him while he's trying to get these other black people with him. And my dad, who I love him. I don't think many times he thinks too critically about stuff in movies. He said something, and he was like, yeah, and the way that Irish vampire was going about it was all wrong. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, by the end of it, he was making black people slaves the way the other white men were making them slaves. You know? And I'm like, exactly, Dad. You're getting it. You know? I make that joke, but my mom and my dad lived in Richmond, Virginia. And that's where I was born, and that's where it's around where my godmother, Maria, lives, and, so my parents know what racism is. They're not like that, you know? Which sounds like the most offensive white people thing to say, but they're not. But anyways, he points that out, and I'm like, wow, you really got that going for you. Synapses firing. And he wasn't wrong. And of course we're white, so my dad truly appreciated him bringing up the fact that the more pure white people came and took his father's land and forced their beliefs upon them. You know, I don't think my dad truly comprehended the whole Christianity is obviously a very forced religion on a lot of people that has ingrained itself because it is forced. It's ingrained itself into society and into different groups of people because it is forced. The only reason, which I'm not talking about in the movie, I don't know if they're Christians or not, but like China and Japan and everything don't have a huge Christian population is because they rejected that shit. They said, get the fuck out of here with that. We got our own stuff going on. They're like, but hey, Jesus may be your savior. And they're like, fuck out of here. Don't insult my ancestors with that shit. I'll leave before I fucking curse you. And, I think there's only like one church in all of China or whatever, like Christian cathedral or whatever. But That's such like a mind-boggling thing to me, too, is that like there is only one. Because I could probably drive down the road. Okay. Are you coming over? I'm gonna get past you real quick, bud. Just gonna speed. But I, that's what Christianity is. It's built upon a lot of that stuff. Just invading and killing and beating the shit out of anybody. A lot of people bring this up, like since there's a new pope, and some people have made posts where it's like, if the pope needed another holy army or whatever, I'd sign up immediately. It's like these are the same motherfuckers who refuse to help homeless people, who refuse to have their taxes go to school lunches for starving kids, and majority wise white, you know. I donate to homelessness. I donate to women's shelters in my area, you know, because that's what's needed. We don't have, well, we have homeless shelters and women's organizations. We do not really have anything specifically for women. You know, you know how that goes. But I think they're working on it because I was in a social work, social. I was trained to be a social worker before I went to accounting because I don't want to be broke and die, which I still might be. Who gives a fuck at this point? I just want to watch my movies and eat my food and play my video games and read my books and do my art without anybody stealing it for purposes that I don't agree with. But but I'm trying to tell that's my dad behind me, but I can't. It's fucking tenant. Can't. I do, shawty. But randomly a big gust of fucking wind hits me, and I'm taking off the road. Like I'm out of the road. I'm in the tree line. I'm in the trees. I'm trying to remember that fucking Songbirds and Snakes song that fucking Olivia Rodrigo sang, but I can't right now. But generally speaking, a lot of shit has to be done. I'm off the topic of Sinners completely. That movie was so good that you could have a million branching off conversations about it. I mean, even Smoke tells him, you know, like Stack wants him to go off and be a blues singer, and he's like, you can make some money like that, you know, when he plays that song for him in the car. And I mean, that guy has. I mean, when he first like started talking, I was like, ooh. And then when he started singing, I was like, God damn. Because I mean, obviously they hired him and had him play in that movie because he was that fucking good. Oh, so I must stop. But it just shocks me. Like even while like this movie's out and everything, you see those like weird little like scary facts on fucking Twitter or anything. But it showed like a bunch of people being racist about not wanting to dance to the live performance of a fucking popular song because they didn't realize it was sung by black people. And I'm like, they're like, imagine being so racist that you can't jam out to your favorite song because you just found out they were made by black people. I'm like, I really couldn't. I could not. But it's like there's so many people nowadays who disguise it by being like, well, I don't like rap. I don't listen to that kind of music. And I'll listen to every kind of music. I listen to fucking pop. I do listen to blues. I listen to country. Country's not my favorite. You know, my favorite kind I listen to is either by women or by people of color or black people. And yeah, I listen to musicals, goddammit. That new Death Becomes Her one. Now tell me, Ernest, how much have you seen of me cinematically? That one stuck in my head. You know, it's a bop. I'm jamming. You get out of the road. But I suggest you go watch Sinners a million times in theaters. Actually, why it is still in theaters, because it is so fucking good. You just don't even know it. Like, you don't know. Like, you actually have not been informed about how good it is. Like, you are actually so ill-informed, it's ridiculous. I got this on. Even though I need to be on that side of the mall. How do I get around all this bullshit? Am I gonna go in the back or the side or whatever? Maybe. I fucking love Roll Kings. I struggle with that word so much, to roll, because it's the way I talk. Like, I bring that up a lot whenever I'm like filling out names and stuff at work, or I'm like writing certain words. I'm like, is that an O or an A? Because, you know, personal, no, personal. And sometimes it's the way they tell you their last name. They can be like, yeah, my last name's personal. Like, okay, you gotta, you know? Yep, cool. I've been led to believe this is probably like employee parking. I don't get paid enough to really give a shit about that. I just need. Is it JCPenney I need to go in anyways? I'm like, I got 50 minutes, but still. I'm gonna just go right over here and go right here and talk like a fucking moron. Yeah. Okay, whatever. I have a hair tie. Probably after. Maybe I'll put my hair up. Because I get overwhelmed with my hair very quickly. I gotta get a haircut. But Sinners, 10 out of 10, go watch it. It's beautiful. It's amazing. You could have I can make like a million videos about how good it is. Okay, bye. Just found out that literally, JCPenney doesn't do Sephora anymore. They do Ulta, which is who the thing is through. So I went to the mall for nothing and came out with a bunch of mystery boxes from Hot Topic. My nose is so running. Bad angle for runny nose. So, I'm gonna go make my buck return. Try to head up Kohl's. See how long that takes. See how long the book return takes. And then your girl's watching her movie.